Sometimes we make a video that you may have not asked for, but if you really think about it, maybe you needed it. The GTA 6 trailer is out. Everybody has analyzed it, picked it absolutely apart. And today, we're going to go over every single car in the GTA 6 trailer. That's right, all the cars you can expect, because you know people are going to be ready to go when it comes to building their garages and getting their sports cars. It's going to be a good time. Drop a like. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. As always, thank you for all the love on the trailer launch, I guess you could call. It's been pretty cool seeing all the comments and all the support on the channel. Now, Grand Theft Auto is a franchise chocked full of cars. GTA 6 has finally given us a good look at what kind of vehicles we should be able to play around with in the new game. We've gone through every single second of the GTA 6 trailer. We put together what I believe to be a comprehensive list of every single car, along with either its real-world counterpart or its GTA 5 counterpart, because as I'm sure many of you noticed, a lot of those cars are returning from GTA 5 and GTA Online, and given how choppy a lot of shots were in the trailer were, it's impossible for us to be 100% accurate. So if you notice any mistakes, or maybe you disagree with some of the cars' identifications, let me know in the comments. Fact check us. Help us get it right. Maybe we can work together and come up with the ultimate list of confirmed GTA 6 cars. But we're just going to get right into it and go over every one that I could actually identify. So the first time we see cars in the GTA 6 trailer is the overhead shot that shows a busy freeway with way too many vehicles to actually identify. So we're going to skip that opening shot. I thank you guys. I hope you forgive me for that. But going forward to about the 25-second mark, we have a shot of Lucia standing up in the passenger seat while driving down the freeway. The car she's riding in is believed to be the Pegassi Zaruso. Now, if I butcher some of these names, I apologize in advance. Well, I mean, this car appeared in GTA Online. It's a pretty high-quality roadster convertible. We don't see any logos on the car, so it's hard to know for sure. But given the fact that GTA 6 takes place roughly a decade after Online, a lot of in-universe cars are going to return, albeit with newer variants for some of them. The silver car in front of her greatly resembles the Grotti Furia, which also showed up in GTA Online and was added to the game as part of the Diamond Casino Heist update. Also in front of them on the right side of the screen is some kind of pickup truck, but it's hard to tell the make and model. Before we move on, guys, if you get anything from G2A.com, if you're looking for Steam codes or new PC games, use code CHAOS for some cash back. The link is at the top of the description. Now, right after this shot at roughly the 27-second mark, that is, of the trailer, is a sequence where the camera goes through a street with a lot of cars parked near the sidewalks, as well as a shot of souped-up purple car pulling into the parking lot. Now, there's also some sweet-looking lowriders parked on the right side of the screen, such as the light blue one that reminds me of the classic Chevy Impala, but with some obvious modifications, although some in the GTA community are insistent that this blue car is actually the Albany Buccaneer from GTA 5. They may be right. The car in front of the cameraman in this shot is some kind of fancy-looking SUV, and also parked on the street is what seems to be a Chrysler 300, again, with some mods. But the big purple car that everyone is talking about looks to be some kind of tricked-out Chevy Malibu, specifically a model from the 70s. Now, obviously, the wheels have been switched out. It's gotten a nice paint job, but that fancy purple car is almost certainly some kind of GTA version of the old-school Malibu, which is pretty sweet, because that's got to be one of the most iconic cars in American history. Also, across the street from that parking lot is a blue Albany Primo driving towards the camera, and behind it is what seems to be a Vappuccino, both of which are returning from GTA Online. Now, there's quite a few shots after this where we just don't see the cars due to how far away the camera is, but the next close-up car shot in the trailer is at roughly the 33-second mark, where we can see the busy street of the Vice City nightlife. A whole bunch of colorful cars on display. We're going to go from left to right. The first car is a light blue convertible, seems to be based on the real-world Porsche 911 Carrera. The white car parked in front of it is almost certainly the Cheetah Classic, returning from GTA Online, although some have said this is actually the Grotti Furia. I think it's the Cheetah. I mean, the Cheetah Classics page on the official wiki has already been updated to say it's returning to GTA 6, so even if that white car isn't the Classic, we know the Classic is returning in some form or fashion. The red car in front of the Cheetah Classic, or the Grotti Furia, depending on who you ask, looks an awful bit, it looks a lot like the Carbonazar from GTA Online. That's a pricey two-door sports car that a lot of fans love taking for joyrides. And then in front of that one seems to be a dark blue Coquette D10 from GTA Online. Did I say that right? Coquette? Anyway, it's an even more expensive sports car. There you go. Now, In the left lane of this sequence, you can see the fan favorite muscle car, the Gauntlet Hellfire, as well as the Buffalo STX. It also looks like there's some kind of Mercedes parked facing the camera with a white paint job, but it's hard to tell how briefly it's on screen what it actually is. Then there's a green car that passes the camera that the GTA community has been trying to identify for days now, but so far, nobody's come up with a solid answer of it. And judging by the shape, I think it looks like some kind of Lamborghini, possibly, I don't know. Give me your best guess. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything that's been in a GTA game before, but who knows? I'm sure there's some other cars that we missed in the section, but there's really only so much that we can gather from such a jam-packed sequence. I'm sure plenty of you down in the comments will be able to tell us the cars we missed. The next car properly shown off in the trailer is the now iconic shot of the woman twerking on the roof, the dump truck, while driving down the street, and the car she's dancing on seems to be a standard four-door sedan. Possibly one that appeared in GTA already, but nothing crazy. I've seen some people call this the Nissan Altima, but I've also seen people call it a Buick. I think it's safe to say the cars like this aren't really what you're going for, but who knows? I don't know. Moving on in the trailer, the next big vehicle sequence is at roughly the 46-second mark when a bunch of cars are parked at an intersection while 3 vehicles are doing donuts and kicking up dust. Now, obviously, the dust makes it hard to tell what all the cars are, but from a top-down perspective, we can see multiple Gauntlet Hellfires, which is kind of interesting, a Vapid Dominator ASP returning from online, a Bravado Buffalo, and a number of sedans that look like they're modified versions of real-world Buicks or maybe even Mitsubishis. A lot of these look like kind of filler cars that we see a lot throughout the GTA franchise, but with how modified they were, this suggests there's going to be a lot of car modification in the game, so you can really make each vehicle your own, which is going to be fun. There's also seems to be at least one Obey tailgater in this shot, and at least one car that I swear is based on the Cadillac CT, but again, from this far away, with how much dust there is, I don't know. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, a lot of cars in the game are being rolled over from GTA 5, which shouldn't be shocking because a lot of cars in GTA 5 were rolled over from GTA 4. Rockstar's created their own universe of cars, makes, models, prices, and since the new game takes place relatively close in the same timeline to GTA 5, and obviously all these games take place in the same country, we're going to get the same cars. I mean, we are. It's the same way if you were to look at videos of American cities and freeways from 2013. A lot of the cars would be the same ones you see today. So let's keep going because there's quite a few cars left to go. The next shot I want to go over is the rather funny one of the person getting chased around a gas station that was captured by the in-universe social media account, Planet Leonidaman. We see a police interceptor in the corner of the screen, but we also see somebody pumping gas in what looks like a red Ford F-150. Now, that's not surprising, given how popular those are in the real world. Behind him also seems to be a Buick sedan, something similar. Again, not the stuff you probably want to know about when you click on the video. We then get a shot of a dude grabbing his crotch at somebody filming him in his yellow muscle car that looks like the Imponte Ruiner returning from GTA Online. Then there's a shot of the person riding in the big green pickup truck, and the GTA community seems to identify that car as the in-universe equivalent of a Chevy CK, most likely the 4th-gen version that was popular in the late 90s and into the early mid-2000s, obviously once again modified. The next vehicle sequence is the Mud Derby, where obviously it's borderline impossible to tell what cars are since they're covered in mud, but we at least see one monster truck style pickup, at least one 4x4 with oversized wheels, not quite monster truck style, what seems to be a dune buggy. But after that, we have the funny clip of the old lady holding 2 hammers in front of some kind of muscle car that Reddit users have compared to a Tahoma Coupe from GTA Online. But if I were to compare it to a real world car, I would say it looks like a 70s Chevy Chevelle, maybe the Mercury Cougar from the late 60s. The next cars in the trailer are a couple of nice police cars, one of which is a smaller sedan style and the other is a bigger SUV style as they drive by Jason during his car sequence in the opposite direction. And while we don't see the outside of the car Jason is driving, it's possibly the same one that we saw them driving at the very end of the trailer, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Now, the next big sequence of trailer is the news broadcast that shows a flip car and some people driving around it. I can't tell what the flip car is because it's upside down, but hanging around the scene in a white van almost looks like a mail truck. I mean, there's also an old school Jeep SUV or perhaps even the Hellion from GTA Online and a couple modern looking sedans, seemingly the same ones that popped up throughout the trailer. Filler cars. We then see a whole bunch of motorcycles and ATVs as they drive through the crime scene in another news broadcast. But in this second news broadcast shot, we also saw the return of the Bravado Banshee from GTA Online in the top left section of the screen, as well as another pickup truck sitting behind a Karen Fudo from GTA 5. Fudo. There's also a van in the top middle of the screen that looks like a Nissan Cube to me, but it's not facing the camera, so it's hard to tell. Then there's a new version of the police interceptor hanging out in the intersection as well, and what seems to be a Comet Retro custom from GTA Online. And then finally, a few seconds later, we get a good shot of a green PMP 700, which is based on the second generation Chrysler 300. And the final car in the trailer is the one that Jason and Lucia drive away. And pretty clear, it's meant to be the classic 1970 Chevy Malibu, but it's likely the in-universe DeClasse Tulip, or DeClasse Tulip, however you say that. And there you have it. Holy cow. That's a lot of cars. Let us know what we got right. Let us know what we got wrong. Let us know what we missed. The good news is there's a lot of cars coming back that you'll be familiar with, and you know we're going to get a ton of brand new ones as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.